I'll get back to you on that. That's not really my thing. Let's just play it by ear. I could really use a break right now. Don't worry about it, it happens. I'm kind of in the middle of something. Can we pick this up later? I totally forgot about that. That makes sense to me. I'm not really sure what to make of it. Let me think about it for a second. I guess that could work. It's up to you. I'll take your word for it. That's easier said than done. I wouldn't count on it. Let's not jump to conclusions. I'm running a bit behind schedule. Take your time, there's no rush. I'll keep that in mind. Sounds good to me. That's a bit of a stretch. I'll see what I can do. Let's just wait and see. I have a feeling this won't work out. That's more like it. I'm on the fence about it. Let's cut to the chase. I could use some help with this. That's not the point. I'll leave that up to you. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm kind of torn between the two. That rings a bell. I'll catch up with you later. Let's just go with the flow. I didn't mean it that way. That's beside the point. I'll give it a shot. Let's see how it goes. I'm not buying it. That's a whole different story. I'll be right with you. Let's talk it over. I'm still on the fence. That's news to me. I'll take a rain check. Let's not make a big deal out of it. I'm all ears. That's a tough call. I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Let's just play it safe. I'm kind of swamped today. That's the last thing I need. I'll let you know either way. Let's not overthink it. I'm having second thoughts. That's a matter of opinion. I'll take that into consideration. Let's just wing it. I'm not in the mood for this. That's easier said than done. I'll hold off on that for now. Let's get down to business. I'm kind of on a tight schedule. That's out of my hands. I'll pass on that, thanks. Let's not beat around the bush. I'm not really into it. That's a bit much. I'll think it over. Let's call it a day. I'm kind of stuck on this part. That's a good point. I'll get right on it. Let's not push our luck. I'm not following. That's up in the air. I'll go along with whatever. Let's split the difference. I'm just winging it. That's not my call. I'll see it through. Let's just get it over with. I'm a little on edge today. That's the whole point. I'll bear that in mind. Let's give it another shot. I'm not too keen on that idea. That's not really an option. I'll figure it out somehow. Let's take it one step at a time. I'm kind of drained today. That's easier said than done. I'll owe you one. Let's not drag this out. I'm not going to lie. That's rough. That's a bummer. I'll shoot you a message. Let's touch base tomorrow. I'm kind of in a hurry. That's a lot to take in. I'll play it by ear. Let's not sweat the small stuff. I'm a bit rusty at this. That's water under the bridge. I'll take it from here. Let's just roll with it. I'm kind of nervous about this. That's a fair point. I'll double check and get back to you. Let's keep it between us. I'm kind of behind on this. That's a shot in the dark. I'll make it up to you. Let's not lose sight of the goal. I'm kind of curious about that. That's not exactly my area. I'll leave it at that. Let's just say I'm not surprised. I'm not one to complain, but that's kind of a gray area. I'll take it under advisement. Let's put this on hold for now. I'm not really a morning person. That's not going to cut it. I'll see myself out. Let's not get carried away. I'm kind of skeptical about this. That's beside the point. I'll fill you in later. Let's just wait it out. I'm running low on patience. That's a stretch, honestly. I'll take that as a yes. Let's not make this awkward. I'm kind of at a loss here. That's a fair trade-off. I'll level with you. Let's not sugarcoat it. I'm kind of out of my depth. That's the gist of it. I'll take your side on this. Let's just move on. I'm kind of set in my ways. That's a slippery slope. I'll cut you some slack. Let's not go there. I'm kind of picky about that. That's not up for debate. I'll spare you the details. Let's just table this for now. I'm kind of over it, honestly. That's a long shot. I'll take that with a grain of salt. Let's not rock the boat. I'm not really buying that excuse. That's a bit of a letdown. I'll take a wild guess. Let's not make it weird. I'm kind of biased on this one. That's not really relevant. I'll let it slide this time. Let's not read too much into it. I'm not exactly thrilled about it. That's a done deal. I'll take the blame for that. Let's just agree to disagree. I'm kind of on a roll today. That's a bold move. I'll take that as a compliment. Let's not make assumptions. I'm a little out of the loop. That's not really my style. I'll trust your judgment on this. Let's keep things simple. I'm kind of in a bind. That's a solid plan. I'll take one for the team. Let's not waste any more time. I'm not really up for it tonight. That's a whole other can of worms. I'll go with my gut on this. Let's not overcomplicate things. I'm kind of used to it by now. That's not really the issue here. I'll double back on that later. Let's keep our options open. I'm not really the type to worry. That's a nice touch. I'll take a step back and think. Let's not point fingers here. I'm kind of iffy about the plan. That's a game changer. I'll ease into it slowly. Let's not make a habit of this. I'm not really feeling it today. That's a wild coincidence. I'll take it slow from here. Let's not overreact to this. I'm kind of leaning toward yes. That's not exactly fair. I'll square things away by tomorrow. Let's just keep it low-key. I'm kind of pressed for time. That's easier said than done, honestly. I'll knock it out real quick. Let's not draw this out. I'm not too proud to admit it. That's not really my thing to decide. I'll follow up on that soon. Let's keep this on the down low. I'm kind of banking on it working out. That's a matter of taste. I'll shrug it off for now. Let's not go down that road. I'm kind of dragging today. That's not too far off. I'll take that risk. Let's not lose momentum here. I'm kind of hooked on this show. That's a close call. I'll cave if you keep pushing. Let's not make excuses. I'm kind of stretched thin lately. That's a nice change of pace. I'll patch things up with him. Let's not blow this out of proportion. I'm not really cut out for this. That's a rough patch, but it'll pass. I'll shoot for next week. Let's not let this slip through the cracks. I'm kind of winging this presentation. That's not really where I stand. I'll circle back once I know more. Let's not spread ourselves too thin. I'm kind of fed up with this. That's a done and dusted case. I'll wrap this up quickly. Let's not lose track of time. I'm kind of on thin ice with them. That's a nice gesture. I'll leave no stone unturned. Let's not jump the gun. I'm kind of stuck in a rut. That's water off a duck's back to me. I'll hash it out with her. Let's not read into it too much. I'm kind of at the mercy of the weather. That's a wild guess, but sure. I'll take the lead on this. Let's not sell ourselves short. I'm kind of tied up this week. That's the tip of the iceberg. I'll let the dust settle first. Let's not put all our eggs in one basket. I'm kind of green when it comes to this. That's not really my forte. I'll bite the bullet and just do it. Let's not beat a dead horse. I'm kind of on cloud 9 right now. That's the last straw. I'll play devil's advocate here. Let's not put the cart before the horse. I'm kind of holding my breath on this. That's a blessing in disguise. I'll get the ball rolling. Let's not miss the boat on this.